yesterday evening, 162. They don't. I mean, it was normal. Nobody was even shouting. I mean, Nigeria. Page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Outrage as depot price hike may push petrol to 160 naira. Small businesses will be hard hit. Manufacturers warn. Nigerians are being taken for granted by this government. NLC. Details, page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
That banner headline of the Nigerian Tribune this morning also says, outrage over fuel price hike. Ex-depot pump price fixed at 147 naira 67 kobo. Southwest 8-man direct members to still at 162 naira. Father of all crisis imminent, says NLC. Now, price increase, Carlos Quell, says PDP. Operators ready to jack up seaport oilage rates. And APC National Working Committee justifies increase in fuel price, electricity tariff. All these on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
It's okay. All right. Naira rebounds, exchanges for 420 to $1. Speculators count losses. Page 20 of the Punch newspaper. We thank God. At least that one is getting better.
Nigeria will continue to borrow for development, says a DMO, that's a debt management office, says approved $22.5 billion external loan yet to be taken. Page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Is that a course or a statement of fact?
Continue to borrow. Well, they said for development.
We continue to borrow.
The problem is that, well, we wouldn't have issues if we actually see the development taking place. Actually,
no, that statement sounds pessimistic, kind of like we can never. It's not possible for us to. Whoever is speaking from the debt management office
for the sake of development.
That statement sounds to, manage these things down. These people should manage such statements. Maina asks Malami to review fraud charges against him. Abdul Rashid Maina.
We thought about him when the matter stays too long on the burner. Those are the things that happen.
There are some headlines in this country. You ask yourself how. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper. If you're interested, Maina asks Malami to review fraud charges against him.
It's also on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. Maina petitions AGF, demands review of criminal charges.
It's okay. Right. Since a particular senator who was sentenced to 11 years found his way out, so he took a house.
I didn't want to jump the gun there, but I want to say that may just be on his way to working free.
And so he has his rights too. Nigeria records 1.8 trillion naira trade balance deficit in Q2, says the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper. Pictures speak of the Statistician General of the Federation, Dr. Yemi Kale, speaking there. Nigeria records 1.8 trillion naira trade balance deficit in Q2, NBS.
Right. Electricity Consumers Group threatens to sue NERC over tariff increment. Page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay.
So we're putting up some resistance there.
Something that has started. It's already in effect. FEC approves $3.1 billion automation project for customs. That's some money. Okay. Customs, they make money anyway. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper. FEC approves $3.1 billion automation project for customs.
Yeah, they are one of the organizations listed
they begin to fund themselves. They make enough anyway, so.
NBA remains one indivisible entity, says Akpata, and northern lawyers dissociate themselves from new NBA. Page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune. I thought they were made up of northern lawyers.
So it's renegade lawyers, rebel lawyers that decided to go now. So it's not all northern lawyers. Oh, well, yes, it can't be. It couldn't have been. Anyway, the NBA in Kaduna did not join all those who are saying they are withdrawing, if you notice. And Kaduna is the home state of Governor Rufai. the Nigerian Bar Association in his state did not join. So, yes, there will definitely be some lawyers who are not part of the NNBA, as they call themselves, the new NBA.
We'll see how it unfolds.
I hope their NNBA can stand the test of time, because if people in their section of the country where they claim to have plenty membership and
for me, the NB leadership has not really been vocal enough, has not been hard enough in condemning this intergroup.
They have to be careful in condemning, because they are right. They are not wrong to start your own group. You can start Tola and your bar association. The bar can mean anything anyway. But everybody has a right.
There are supposed to be rules.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Benin monarch meets Obaseki Ize Iyamo, says election not do or die. This is what you should be saying. We'll do for commercial break. When we're back, we'll take more headlines. Don't go anywhere.
Bye bye, my pikin.
You don't go gym?
I never reach for that one.
Okay. I beg, make you help us buy mango and garden egg. Come.
This no be the season now. You know go dey market. Say you service everything for life, get your own time.
I sabi that one.
Why you come dey ask for wetin you know say no follow?
No worry, make you just dey go where you dey go. When you come back, we go sit down talk.
Make we dey talk am now before I come out.
You been dey talk say you go want make we rest small after this pikin wey we born.
I talk am because of the thing wey elder been tell me about childbirth spacing.
Yes, na true. Auntie nurse talk say e go help my body rest well before I carry another belle.
No worry yourself, my dear.
See as belle dey sweet me say we dey talk about this matter.
No forget say anyone wey you choose for childbirth spacing matter dey safe and you fit trust am. Oya waka go any health center wey get the green dot logo to get full information on childbirth spacing services. This message na the Federal Ministry of Health and support from American people carry am come.
Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
Glad to know you're there. Still conversation with Dayo and Tola right here. Oluyole 98.5 FM. We'll go back to the headlines. Edo decides 2020 PDP APC clash over botched Edo governorship debate convoy crash. APC protests accuses Obaseki's wife of disrupting medical outreach. Okay, wife. I'm wondering how
does it add up?
Details on pages 7 and 11 of the Punch newspaper. But I think the monarchs are doing the right thing. Talk to them. It's not do or die. That's the way to go.
PDP governor's disposition threatens Jegede's campaign takeoff. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Wow. Okay. Abductors of Ondo doctors reduce 100 million naira demand to 6 million. These people, they need money too. Well, okay. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper. Something needs to be done about this. Early.
Say what somebody not wanting is legacy destroyed even when it passes on. It says here, kill me, but don't destroy my hemp farm. Suspect begs NDLE.
Okay.
That's a legacy once sustained even when
legacy of hemp farm. It's okay. All right. I know they know what to do, so there's no point. Oshun directs principals, head teachers to restore schools' former names. Page 8 of the Punch newspaper. That goes between Ogbeni and his successor has not been rekindled.
Robbers invade MKO Abiola's residence. That's on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune.
And it's a police arrest suspects over invasion of Abiola's residence.
That's good.
Thefts.
They won't allow the dead to rest.
I'm wondering.
They look at the way money in different currencies. So definitely it must have been an inside job.
Someone who knew that.
Someone knew that money. The money was
no
there.
doubt. No doubt. Pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Police arrest suspects over invasion of Abiola's residence. theft.
You know, since Baba died, not much attention. Nobody really gave much attention to that residence again. So for some people to now know that there is money there, definitely at this side that must have been involved.
Clearly. Northern lawyers leaders reject the NBA Splinter Group, just like took it the other time. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper.
Buhari's aide Saki is not COVID-19 positive, says presidency.
Okay.
Kogi cancels fishing festival. That should be Agungu.
Agungu should be up north.
Okay, up north. Okay, Lokoja. This is Lokoja fishing festival.
Because there are too many people inside water. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. Man 50 remanded for defiling for defiling 4-year-old in Ekiti. Page 5, 4-year-old. Haba.
50-year-old man.
Haba. I think we will join those people who say castration. Page 5 of the Punch newspaper.
And we're talking national security. Insecurity, Ganduje briefs Oshibaju. And military airstrikes hit ISWAP positions in Borno. And robbers attack Tribune circulation driver. That's talking about crime this morning.
We have Ghana persecuting us since 2007. Nigerians still Gbajabiamila. Mila. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
The speaker landed in Ghana yesterday. Began his he said he was going to use a legislative diplomacy. That was what he called it, to resolve the crisis. VC's IPPIS manipulating promotions appointments, says ASU. Some serious allegation there coming from ASU.
Well, a little bit of some politics here. Marafa faction dares APC panel over sack Tress. That's on page 8. You have a report of Buhari's aide testing positive, utter falsehood. Says presidency. And invest more money in blood transfusion. Oba Sonjo tells federal government. We have NDDC IMC member escapes assassination in Rivers because they've discovered that they have a lot of money in their pockets. So attention is on them now.
Definitely. One should expect that.
And they have IG ignores court, fails to produce Bayelsa governorship candidate. Wow. And our governor was in Ogbomoso yesterday. Governor Sheyi Makinde. My detractors lack political relevance, says Makinde. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
DPR remits 673 billion naira to federal government's coffers in 6 months, says it will surpass revenue target for 2020. Page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Well, Buhari says terrorists may take radicalization online. I didn't write it. It's page 9 of the Punch newspaper. The president himself. It's all right.
Edo debate cancelled. We took that earlier. And Lagos East senatorial aspirants withdraw from race. Endorse Abiru.
That is who the cap fits. Okay. Labour gives Abiodun 14-day ultimatum, threatens strike. That's the organized labour in Ogun State, threatening their governor. Mr. Governor, you too, negotiate with them. Niger bandits abduct 9 villagers, demand 10 million naira.
It goes on and on. 8 drown as boat capsizes in Kebbi. Kebbi flood disaster coming at worst time, says Buhari. And we have 2 killed, 6 injured in Lagos auto crash. 10,000 new constables to work in their council area, says Ekiti CP. Just about community policing, thinking of.
I'm talking about places where there's no community policing. I think people have started, handling their own security. 2 killed as vigilantes, bandits clash in Katsina. That's Mr. President's home state. Wow. Okay. Leave security and look for some other stories.
If the vigilante groups are that active in those areas, so what's it with Amotekun? The federal government seems so uncomfortable about.
Your own is different. Because it's you that is asking for it, so it's different. Okay. Delta votes 4 billion naira to construct floating market. NCAA to cut down directorates. Okay, people are now cutting down and payments. Now, regarding the 386 naira to $1 exchange rate, ABCON is saying 386 to $1 new exchange rate not sustainable. That's on page 23 of the Punch newspaper.
Now, federal government approved the structuring of NCAA, that's the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority. Now reduces directorates from 9 to 6. And November 1 is now National Youth Day. Approves November 1 as National Youth Day. It used to be Children and Youth Day celebrations on May 27. But now November 1 as National Youth Day.
Because there's a difference between youth and children, so you just have to differentiate. And that's a good one. I know the World Youth Day is August, I think, 12. Okay, so at least Nigerian youth deserve a day too. At least one day to focus on how to make things better for them. I think that's about that before we go to sports. We go to the sports page of the Punch newspaper today. Page 24. Neymar tests positive for coronavirus. 4 NFF staff contract COVID-19. Eagles to play Ivory Coast. Tunisia in Austria, October. Then you have Abuja hosts World Corporate Golf Challenge. LMC Red Strike Media Seal MPFL. Okay, deal. Ogunbote Makinwa Ilechuku favorites for Sunshine Job. That's a big 24 of the Punch newspaper.
The Neymar story is also air. Neymar, 2 others test positive for COVID-19. And Messi's father agent opens door to Man City move. NTTF, that's the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation, names Oluyole Table Tennis Chairman, Technical Director. Barcelona wanted to replace Suarez with Osimhen. And Williams wins in straight sets at US Open. Sports pages of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
That's about that from the sports page, even here on the Punch newspaper. We'll go straight to the meat of the news. Time check 6:53 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. Outrage as depot price hike may push petrol to 160 naira. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. I think if you want to do a poll this morning to ask people how much they started selling in their area, I'm sure there will be a differential of
definitely.
But that 170. The pump price of the premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, appears to set to hit 160 naira per litre, as the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has increased the price at which it sells the product to marketers from 138 naira 62 kobo per litre to 147 naira 67. The Petroleum Products Marketing Company, a subsidiary of the NNPC, had initially on Wednesday increased the ex-depot price of the PMS to 151.56 naira per litre, with marketers saying the product will be sold between 162 and 165 per litre. The ex-depot price is the price at which the product is sold to marketers at the depot. Now, the 151 naira 56 kobo ex-depot price was announced in an internal memo to all stakeholders with reference number PPMC/IB/LS/020 dated September 2, 2020 and signed by a D.O. Abalaka. The memo, a copy of which was seen by one of our correspondents, said, "Please be informed that a new product price adjustment has been effected on our payment platform. To this end, the price of premium motor spirit is now 150 naira 56 kobo per litre. This is effective from September 2, 2020. But the PPMC, in another internal memo dated September 2, 2020, with reference number PPMC MOD /sales, signed by Oya Scholar, reduced the ex-depot price to 147 naira 66 kobo per litre. When the ex-depot price was fixed at 138 naira 62 in August, marketers were selling at 148 naira and 150 per litre respectively. With a new ex-depot price of 147 naira 67 kobo, the pump price may be between 157 and 160. Amidst the different ex-depot prices, the managing director of the PPMC, Musa Lawal, told one of our correspondents that the first ex-depot price was wrong and should be discarded. He said the company was investigating how the first memo went out, stressing that although it was from the PPMC, you agree, okay, the figures were still being computed and had not been concluded. You know my challenge. I don't want to talk too much because there's something boiling inside me. Is there a set of people somewhere sitting down and just playing Ludo with people's destiny in this country?
Precisely. You just took it out of my mouth. Look at the reactions of the reaction of the PDP. It says petrol price increase, Carlos Quell. And we also have the Socialist Party of Nigeria saying Ike one of many anti-people policies of Buhari. And I warned Nigerians, that's come from Governor Ayodele Fayose. Now, listen to the reaction of the All Progressives Congress, the National Working Committee of that party. Now, amid the condemnations, the national leadership of the All Progressive Congress, APC, justified the increase in pump price, saying it was done in line with an efficient and realistic pricing system. The acting national Press Secretary of the party, Yekini Nabena, in a statement claimed the hike in electricity tariff and petrol was meant to boost efficiency in the generation, distribution of electricity and the downstream sector of the oil industry. The party claimed that the reviewed petroleum products pricing template had resulted in a more transparent, efficient and realistic pricing system for petroleum products and also reduced resulted in constant availability of fuel nationwide. Now, the parts I have issues with, Nabena says, advise Nigerians to live with the upward review in the price of petrol and electricity tariff, submitting that the pricing template now reflects competitive and market-driven components, which is supported by the citizenry. And it takes on the PDP lambasted successive PDP governments for foisting on the country a corruption-tainted fuel subsidy regime.
Very unfortunate. You know, well, one thing is, I think Mr. Nabena should have just let this pass. Seriously. It's not party politics. He could have just, it's not important that he comments.
Honestly, you smell such arrogance.
You could have just looked over, let it pass. Because even the people that wrote the thing has come back when they saw, I'm sure it's because they saw the, people's, reaction. And they quickly changed it and reduced it a bit. 151 to 147, Abi. They quickly removed like 3-4 naira. So that at least it will look like they are still, but we know at this thing. Now you don't know the politics, in that angle. You don't know what is going on. You are trying to support the government of the day.
And you wonder, is it the spokesman for the PPRA, the NNPC?
Thank you. I was thinking they were going to deny that memo, but they can't because somebody from their office signed the memo, so they can't deny it. Okay, the only challenge they have is that I did it quickly. A memo is a memo now. It means it will be circulated. What are you saying? It's almost yes, we call it internal memo, but then it means it will appear in different depots. Marketers will be handed a copy that this is so. A truck driver can be told to go and deliver to his boss, and a journalist meets him and he shares. So see you from tomorrow. This is what. It's not something secretive anyway. Okay, but that politician will, come on. Me, I would have expected him to just let it go.
And honestly, just how much further would the Nigerian masses be stretched? I mean, beyond all these now, an increase in a power tariff followed by almost immediately by a fuel price hike. Now the ruling party, rather than appealing to the sensibilities of Nigerians, is busy justifying the actions of government and preferring to see only the opposition party as the one complaining or instigating the groaning of Nigerians. But aside, I want to go a little back in history regarding antecedents and recurrences that just wouldn't go away. Like I always say, it's always been the same old story ever since I was a boy. Nigerians need to brace up for more sacrifices. Oh, Nigerians, tighten your belts. Oh, Nigerians, hard times are coming. Nigerians, if you want to make an omelette, you need to break an egg. I would say we've been breaking many eggs, yet the omelette has not formed. And as to how we got here, the huge blame is on us all. Our refusal again, like I always say, to hold to account those responsible for the years of rot that have eaten deep and made the petroleum sector and other sectors of the economy unworkable, so that the ordinary Nigerian perpetually has to purge out what they have not eaten. Now, speaking truth to power or holding power accountable may be even more difficult now, considering the watering down of vibrancy among the industrial unions and civil society organizations who are now getting polarized by issues of ethnicity and religion. And you can be sure government will capitalize on this in the days ahead. Permit me to use this word, or forgive me for using this word, the rantings of the NLC. I see it just as the fluttering of wings of a chicken whose of the mother hen whose chick has been taken away by the hawk, because, like I said, accidents in recent times is like will only make noise and these things do. I'm not talking about outright confrontation, but the need for Nigerians to begin to speak up against some of these things.
Well, whether we like it or not, that guy running a bike will increase his fare. You can't preach to him. He has to break even. Taxi drivers, one way or the other, will have to break even. You can't wake up in the morning and add about 10 naira plus or minus to fuel and expect them not to react. They have families to feed too.
Well, let me say we should live with it.
Small businesses will be hard hit. Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. The Acting Director General of Manufacturing Association of Nigeria, Mr. Ambrose Oruche, in an interview, said the poor and small businesses that depend on the PMS to power their generators would be hard hit. It was important for the government to introduce measures to cushion the effect of the deregulation in the sector. What I'm saying here from what happened yesterday is not even about real deregulation. It's just a set of people who feel they can just fix price and people will adjust. And so when they saw that people shake, they quickly reduce it. Something is going on in PPPMC. You released a letter, and maybe because you quickly saw it now, this thing is supposed to be determined by international price. And that's supposed to be fixed. I stand corrected. I mean, because there's a landing cost. So you should determine. But then for you to now quickly, they have 5 naira, see. See how they shout, then we'll reduce it to 3 naira. Really?
And gone are the days where you have vibrant and robust discussions with all stakeholders, including organized labor. In the past, that was used to be the genesis of crisis in the past anyway. So perhaps to avoid towing that path, maybe that's why the government does try to do this back and forth over the.
So you could take it high a bit, then you reduce it a little bit, really.
And then they'll make noise and keep quiet at the end of the day.
All right, I can see something in front of you. It looks like money. I hope it's not debt.
Well, it says Nigeria yet to take approved $22.5 billion external loan. And wait for this, says DMO says we continue to borrow for development. It actually says that Nigeria will continue to borrow for development, and that's coming from a debt management office. Now, Director General of Debt Management Office, DMO, MS, Patience Oniha on Wednesday explained that Nigeria had not taken the $22.7 billion external loans approved by the National Assembly. Now, speaking during an interactive session with journalists in Abuja, Oniha, however, explained that the country would continue to borrow in order to fasten the rate of development. It has been approved, but all the agreements have not been signed. Even if we assume that everything has been signed, nobody was working during COVID-19 lockdown, she said. While clarifying that the loan components belong to various MDAs and some state governments. According to her, Nigeria will stop borrowing only if there was a national consensus to stop borrowing and live only on revenue that accrue to government. She said borrowing is compelled by annual budgets to finance deficits by providing funds for capital projects. Nigeria yet to take approved $20.5 billion external loans says we continue to borrow for development. That's coming from the debt management office.
The owners of the country have said we will continue to borrow, Abi?
She's saying that we would only stop borrowing if there was a national consensus. Are they going to hold a referendum to that effect?
No, is there any, the ones they've taken, did they do any referendum?
What does she mean by national consensus?
The truth is, we are taking this thing. She has explained it that it's because nobody worked during the COVID, whatever. Now that they've resumed to office, the approval has been gotten already now. So there's no need crying over split milk. It's a decision that had been taken. She said Nigeria yet to take approved, so it's a done deal. Okay, so the only difference is that we are yet to take it, but it's there. So there's no, let's just I've just learned to reduce my headache in the morning.
She talks about fastening the rate of development. Well,
okay. All right. At the risk of not wanting to sound like...
And I was working fasting the rate of development.
Tola, better do something about your own personality. Somebody is doing something about his own life here. May I now ask Malami to review fraud charges against him? So, it's a Yoruba saying, it's a Jadi's already. May I is doing something about his own hair.
Like I said before, Tola back when
all right. The former chairman of the defunct pension reform tax team, Abdurrashid Meina, who has been prosecuted on money laundering charges involving alleged diversion of pension funds, on Wednesday wrote to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, SAN, asking for a review of the case on him. Meina alleged in the letter that the case instituted against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission was a product of persecution by the Commission's suspended acting chairman, Mr. Ibrahim Magu. The letter dated August 31, 2020, but received by the AGF office on Wednesday, was signed on Meina's behalf by his lawyer, Edwin Inegedu of Pichan Courts. Magu was suspended in July after the Justice Al-Salami-led panel of inquiry was set up to probe allegations leveled against the acting FCC chairman by the Malami. The panel had also heard testimonies of some defendants being prosecuted by the EFCC. The letter stated in part, this was principally due to our client's demand that the EFCC should account for the sums and properties recovered by the PRTT and kept in the EFCC's custody. Meina asked Malami to review fraud charges against him. The nerve with which some things happen in this dispensation.
Well, the man who sent him there seems to be going down, so he might see this as an opportunity to also draw some attention to himself. That
Otola, we are fighting corruption. This should not be happening. This should not be happening. Even when we were not fighting corruption, the joke is on us as a people.
Yeah, I think it may have been advised that, since Magu is going down, this is, like I said, an opportunity for you to also say that my prosecution, my trial was actually one of the misdeeds of Magu, the perceived misdeeds of Magu, in court now. And so there should be a review. I think that's what he's saying. And, members of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, have always expressed reservations over the trial, even before now, over the trial process of
Rashid Maina.
And it's beginning to look like somebody somewhere might actually be wanting to prove the pensioners' right, the senior citizens' right.
Wow.
That at the end of the day, well, not much may come out of this. Coming out now, definitely there will be some people drumming like the proverbial drummer that drums for the dancing leaf at the bottom of the pond.
Permit me to speak in King James English. From whence cometh the righteousness of Maina? How do you even come up with such a thing? A lot of pensioners have died in this country, and somebody did his job and ensured that at least. Do you know how much was found in the account of his son? Are people forgotten? In fact, it got to a point the son pulled a gun on security officials. His son pulled a pistol on security officials who came to arrest them.
This is one of the reasons why Mr. Fallodu, one of our regular callers, he always seems to have a soft spot for Magu when the time he calls. I think it's one of the reasons that he thinks that Magu has actually done a lot.
He has. No, we can't deny that. He has. Well, you want to take one more story before we open the phone line?
All right. I'll just take this headline. You see. VC's IPPIS manipulating promotions appointments. That's coming from ASU. And ASU also says that they describe their strike action as a patriotic duty.
Wow.
A patriotic duty.
Wow.
And just Alpha. Well, do you cut your nose to spite your face? In the name of patriotism.
Tola, let's open the phone line. 08055098850. It's okay. Do you cut your nose to spite your face? It's deep.
Or is beheading made the medicine for headache?
Okay. 08055098850. You've had the news today. You've had it all. Your own opinion. Okay, but of course, still within the confines, of legality. Come on, nobody has 5 million to pay here.
Don't start cursing Buhari. Don't start cursing the APC policy secretary.
Let's still be civil in this in comment. I think someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Nice to have you, Prince.
Good morning. God bless you.
Amen.
The word of God says, when the wicked rule, the people gain. But when the righteous rule, people rebel. The present leadership in this country, we are set of wicked people, and we are foolish. Because they have no knowledge of what they are doing.
Wow.
Look at what is happening. We don't want to kill us in this country. Increase in the price of EMS again, increase in electricity tariff again, are they the only person in this country? They don't want the people in this country to exist again. It's never done like that. What we fail to recognize and address during their evolutionary campaign was that they were addressing us ironically. See what we are saying now. They promises us, empty promises they make to us. They are not putting everybody and the people of this country. I know one day God will deliver us.
Amen. Thank you so much, Prince Adiremi.
Prince, you were a bit hard on the nation's leaders. Let's maintain civil language.
It's important.
It's important.
I think someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, Alexa?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, this is Shala from Okota.
Please go ahead, briefly.
Okay, I want to say something about this debt manipulation and saying Nigeria continues to borrow. Please, can this debt management, this DMO office, can they work together with this aspect management of Nigeria in terms of recovering all these loans, recovery loans, the politicians' loans, Abacha's loans, and some other recurring loans, and the trust coming to the board? Can they be using it to as in make sure the agencies can work together for a purpose? That's number one. Number two, on the issue of baby steps like, let Nigerian government see that they are not helping Nigerians. We need social amenities, some good things of people of Nigeria so can be government. Not all these parties in deputy. Because for them, and they are not doing it for today, but for tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ishola from Okaka. What do you expect debt management officer to say before? Somebody is selling coffee. You are saying you should not pray that something should happen. If there is no debt, what will they manage? We are due for a commercial break. When we return, more stories, and we'll take your phone calls. Don't go anywhere.
So I don't write jollof rice, fried rice, pounded yam, egusi,
rice and stew, jollof rice.
Thank
you. All these plenty kind food one they call so. Now what you go chop for the naming baby?
Yes, so
see, enjoy.
No be small.
You see, mama baby, the same way when we get different kind of food. Now so we get different kind of child-based spacing methods. So child-based spacing go make your belly sweet well, and your body too, it go tender. Anyone where you choose good for body and you go fit trust them.
Auntie Nurse, my just don't they talk about them more. But me I dey fear.
See, no culture or religion when no they support anything we go make life better. Make you and your Jasper come when una ready. I go they wait for now.
Okay.
No forget say anyone where you choose for childbirth spacing matter, they safe and you fit trust them. Oya waka go any health center where get the green dot logo to get full information on childbirth spacing services. This message now the Federal Ministry of Health and support from American people. Carry and come.
Conversation with Dio and Tola.
So glad to know you're there. It's the conversation with Dio and Tola. We go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma. Nice to have you, Ajia. Go ahead.
Thank you. Please, what are we benefiting from this Nigeria? If you don't increase salary, there is no good food, there is no good life, and we keep on improving the price of food everything. Please don't fail, because there's nobody to fight for us. Please, they should fight for us. Where are our neighbors we can say? It's not the Nigerian river. Let's go start to go heavily. It's better than the food to lose. There's too much trouble in this Nigeria. They should not have your problem.
Thank you so much, Ajia Agbomojo Owula from Ogbomoso. The phone line is still open, 08055009850. Sorry we couldn't connect via the internet. Just a little glitch right here. I'm trying to fix it. So please make use of the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning this morning.
Good morning, Faruna.
You can see that your analysis this morning was most time was spent on this petroleum of the thing.
Because it affects all of us.
When we talk now, yes, when we talk now, they will say 8 speech, 5 million naira. And you know that one Yoruba man or anybody that say, hey, it has a minimum. No problem, when we fight for us, brothers.
All right. Thank you so much, Aruna from Odoro Ogbomoso. The phone line still open, 08055009850. That's the number to join the conversation.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Hello?
Good morning, we are on.
Amen.
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 PDP ìfẹ́ Boko Haram PDP ìgbà tí àti sàtọ́ ìyẹn náà ní fẹ́ ìtọ́jú bá wọn sí ìgbàlá tó ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó bóyá láti ìwé tọ́lọ̀ tó wà ní kọ́ńtì ìdàgbà ní o.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, your opinion, I'm lost, Seth. Saying PDP is something.
I don't understand what
but we decided to give him fair hearing. It's important. Everybody has a right to pick up their phone and call. But what you say is what matters. The phone line is still open. 08055009850.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Grandma.
Even if it is for my sake, we know you don't know me. For 5 years, he continues to check my money, and I went to look for it. Then I was involved in getting back.
Yeah.
My children spent more than 2 million to get me back to life.
Yeah.
God is so good to me. But even if it is for my sake,
okay. All right.
Secondly, about this petrol. That Nigeria fear God. Let them fear God, really. There are some group of people who just sit down at home to make life difficult for others. God will see us through.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Grandma. All right. That's the. A pensioner talking there. Well, she has every right to her feelings too. I mean, someone who almost died. Thank God the children could muster that amount of money. 2 million is not joke.
But let's still give no matter what, let's still give Menafia hearing
and allow the law to have
processes. Let the law take its course. So we shouldn't judge him on air.
08055009850.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tayo.
Good morning,
good morning, sir.
This is Alhaji Lamkan.
Nice to have you, sir.
On the DMO. To manage their funds. The Nigerians are going to borrow for the revenue. It's more of a cost than any other thing. They have to borrow, and if they make it debt to generate a bond, that's $1 million person. On the first side, I'm interested in the electric tariff. I'm carrying the multiplier effect which will happen in the economy. Especially the common man. How is the ordinary Nigerian code? When we tell this government to tamper justice in matter and consider the common man for God's sake.
Thank you so much, Alhaji Lamkam. And that reiterates what the Manufacturing Association of Nigeria is saying. The average artisan out there who uses power to do their business, you've increased power supply, the tariff. Now, if there's no power, he has to further generator. You have increased pump price of petrol. How would the person break even? If not to pass the amount again on the customers.
Nothing whatsoever, no social security safety net to cushion the effects.
Social security in Nigeria. All right, let's go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tola.
Good morning, sir.
We continue to pray for you for the good job you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Amen. Amen. Nice to have you, sir.
On the issue of Mena, when justice is delayed, justice is always denied. That's the reason. Number two, borrowing. The Federal Central Administration let no debt for Nigeria. And this is where we find ourselves now. And somebody, a leader, talking that we continue to borrow. Wow. And the issue of the commissioning of progress in the promotion that we are expected today, we want to congratulate our government, we want to give our position to the that we want to continue to help them. remember that we need his attention in the game. The hospital is obviously taken. So please, the repair of work there and construction of classrooms at the college of health, there's no classroom there at all. And lastly, completion of water project in Oluyole. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your call. The phone line is still open 08055009850. We're already on the home run, 7:25.
Yes, Mr. Dyer, with the shopping list today.
I'm telling you, this is opportunity to reach out to government.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm calling from a donation.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I want to speak on the way I have this country. I don't think the reason why they are going to borrow money, often on their phone, to don't see me in particular today. At the end of the day, share that money. I mean, they are not considered the masses. They are not even people. They are people. They are Nigerians. That's why we have so many people out of this country. We have to be transformed. Because how much they are doing, they are doing as gradually themselves. But they are not considered those that is in need of it. That is what they are telling us. Without any official discussion, we are not finding the question where the country is now something. Why not give that naira per liter? It's only when they are seeking the content of every one of them, they can even provide the solution for our problem.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. The phone line is still open 08055009850. Please make it brief. We can take one or two more calls before we leave.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good
morning, sir. Nice to have you. Go ahead, Reverend.
When are we going to be free in Nigeria? People don't have equal grant in a day. And still, we are confronting problems for masses. May the Lord help us and save us from these people.
Amen.
Reverend,
thank you so much, Reverend, for making it brief. So, one, two more people can still join the conversation. 08055009850.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Nice to have you, Mr. Isaac. Go ahead.
I would like to comment on this petroleum increment. Because 2015, when people were campaigning, they were saying they are going to reduce the price. The price of fuel to 40 or 30 naira. But now, it's now 150, 150. At the end of this year, because you see that it's going to be 200 naira.
We pray it does not get to that. Thank you, Mr. Isaac. That won't be funny. Okay, be surprised. Transportation will just go.
Some people have said we are heading towards 200 now.
We pray we don't head there. We don't get to that point. The phone line is still open. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Madam Rufai, go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is the time we need politics from our because we are now richer than the people that elected them. So from all this, as I come to the mayor that are elected, I wish this issue was $1 million and buy this society from and distribute to their constraints. I think I will be able to reach people.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Rufai. That's it on the show today. Till tomorrow when we come your way, remain Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola Teriba.
Bolwaji is here. Up next, Spotted Bits. Don't go anywhere.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ rẹ lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ìṣara lóore mọ́ọ̀tì, mílíkì àti kòkó àti tọ́wọ́ mílò tó ládùn.
From Nestle.
Now, Jaji, I did my shop. Now, so my phone can ring.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Hey, madam, we won't confirm see your ATM card. This secure Gitba. I beg, call your card number, make I hear.
519-86-777. In fact, even ask for the expired date and the number where the back of the card.
We don't send you one code. Call that one, make I hear too.
71188.
Madam, you too much. Thank you for banking with us.
Now, so money from my account start to disappear.
Stanbic IBTC Bank no go ever request for your card information or confidential info. Make sure say you no ever yarn your OTP give anyone. No ever yarn and give our bank or in people. Stanbic IBTC, it can be.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet the highest standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
Oh, kí lélẹ́yìn náà.
Ọmọ, má bà tẹlifíṣàn yẹn jẹ́. Kí ló dé gan-an?
Ó ṣèlérí ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó dùn. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn líìgì kéékèèké tí ó dùn rárá náà ń ṣàfihàn rẹ̀.
Ṣé Premier League, La Liga, Serie A ló fẹ́ wò?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ́.
Kí wá ló dé tó ń dara rẹ̀ láàmú? Nígbà tí GoTV ní gbogbo àwọn líìgì tó dùn pínpín yìí.
Ṣé lóòótọ́?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ́. Bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó dùn tó débẹ̀ ló wà lórí GoTV.
Kúrò lọ́nà kémi náà lọ ra GoTV tèmi.
Ní sáà ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá yìí, Tara ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ ra dìkódà GoTV fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́sàn-án-lé-lọ́gọ́rùn-ún márùn-ún náírà tó tún wá pẹ̀lú àkókò ìwòran ìpele GoTV Max tí ẹ tún máa gbádùn bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tó débẹ̀ lórí ìkànnì Super Sport wa GoTV gbé ìgbé ayé ẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check at 7:32 a.m. and it's sport time right here on Oluyole at 98.5 FM. Sorry for coming a bit behind schedule. We had to pay some bills. And of course, this morning, we're here to bring you up to speed with all the happenings in the world of sport. Bring you the latest, the hottest, and of course, the juiciest news. Don't forget exclusive interviews. Yes, that we'll be hearing on this radio download. My name is Boluwaji Ogumola. Promises to be an exciting show this morning. As we'll be starting from the glass house, talking about update coming from the Nigerian Football Federation this lovely morning. Amajumavin Pinnick, he was on Twitter yesterday to reel out update from the federation, and this morning I will bring you up to speed with all of that and many more on the show today. Just tell your friend that the show is on this lovely morning on www.bcs.tv/listen, and you can also watch the live stream on Facebook and of course on Twitter. Massive shout out to listeners on Agility FM 92.1 and Okyogun FM 96.3. This morning, yes, we'll be starting, just like I said, from the NFF as the Super Eagles of Nigeria are set to take on Cote d'Ivoire and Tunisia in friendly games later next month, billed for Austria. This was confirmed by President of Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Van Pinnick, in a statement released on his official Twitter handle yesterday. According to Pinnick, the Eagles will take on Cote d'Ivoire on the 9th of October before facing Tunisia 4 days later as the 13th of the same month. He also gave reasons why both friendly games will be played in Austria. According to him, it says, and I quote, both games will be held in Austria for a few obvious reasons. Number one, due to the COVID-19 protocols presently in place and the proximity of the bulk of our team as well. Austria was seen as an ideal venue. Well, people have been talking about the cost implication of taking such friendlies away from Africa, away from Europe, and straight away from Africa straight to Austria. Well, he has actually explained that the NFF are not the only ones who will foot that particular bill. Well, Amaju Pinnick in his tweet yesterday confirmed that the three federations involved as the NFF the Tunisian Football Federation, and the Cote d'Ivoire Football Federation. The three of them will actually foot that particular bills equally. We also gave updates as regards the vacant position of the technical director. He said that everyone should just keep calm as the position has been filled but will be announced very, very soon. He also gave updates as regards the appointment of coaches for the Super Falcons, the men and women junior national teams as well. He says that the consultant in charge of the appointment, yes, they are dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and once they are done, they will make that public. He also spoke on the development as regards a league in Nigeria, where they confirmed that the league management company has signed a massive deal with a reputable organization that should see the clubs and league get very much empowered. He also said that the vacant position of the chief executive officer for the LMC has been filled and will be announced shortly. He also gave updates as regards the new Nike kits for Nigerian national teams, and most especially the ones that will be used at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. He said Nike is done with the design. It's going to be another big fine design, even better than the one used in Russia last time out. It says that once it is ready, Nike will release it and everyone will be happy once again. That's just a lot of updates coming from the NFF this lovely morning. But let's talk about the league management company as regards the deal signed yesterday by them. Well, the news has it that league management company LMC, the body saddled with responsibility of organizing league games across the country. Yes, they've signed a 5-year strategic and investment partnership with the Nigerian arm of UK-based sports marketing firm Red Strike Sport to commercialize the Nigerian Professional Football League. The arrangement which the LMC entered into on behalf of MPFL clubs and the MPFL itself will see the creation of a brand new entity called the MPFL Media and Marketing Company, which will be saddled with responsibility of commercializing the league here in Nigeria under the new terms of agreement. Red Strike will take charge of all commercial activities of the MPFL for an initial 5 years, and it could be extended depending on performance-based indices. Well, it has also been said that well, it is not clear yet how this new deal will affect the deal entered with Next TV last year. It was a similar arrangement, but we'll keep our fingers crossed and see how that will affect it. But as regards this new deal, it will see the MPFL marketing team create a platform called MPFL TV, MPFL.TV, for streaming of league games across the globe, and the content will also be distributed and broadcasted through other media channels. This looks like a big deal already, which means well, with things being equal, we'll have MPFL games beamed live on television stations across the country, and not just in country alone, but of course across the world. Well, we understand the partnership is expected to kick off once the new season starts, and that's the 2020-2021 new season that has been tentatively fixed for October 2020. Well, Red Strike was founded in 2013 by Mike Fannan, and is actually one of UK's leading sports marketing agencies dealing with football, golf, motorsport, and rugby. The Nigerian arm was created in Lagos just a few years ago. That's the update from the LMC this morning. We hope that this new development, this new deal, will develop the local league here in Nigeria. Alright, moving away from that, still in the NFF this morning, where no fewer than 3 unnamed officials of the Nigerian Football Federation have tested positive for COVID-19 following the widespread testing carried out at the Federation over the weekend. Well, the testing became necessary after a member of the NFF management tested positive for the virus about 2 weeks ago. Confirming the development, NFF Secretary General Mohammed Sanusi said that a significant number of the individuals who were tested at the Federation returned negative results, adding that the officials who tested positive to the deadly virus are currently asymptomatic and in very good health condition, while further results are being awaited. Let's listen to NFF General Secretary talk more about this particular issue. We'll be back to Spotted Beat on Oluyole at 98.5 FM.
staff of the Nigeria Football Federation because we had interactions with them, especially the Director of Finance and Admin. And we made that arrangement, all of Nigeria Football Federation were tested. The result has started coming out. I see a significant number of the tests conducted. And I'm happy to tell you that a significant number of the staff tested negative. We had, of course, for now 3 positive results, and they are in very good health condition.
They listen to Mamadou Sanusi confirming that yes, those who tested positive are also in a very good condition. But of course, let's move away from that this morning. Let's do a quick tracker of Nigerian footballers across Europe. Well, Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen is expected to make his first Serie A appearance against Parma on September 20th, the day that Serie A will kick off. The full fixture for the 2020-2021 Serie A season was drawn up yesterday, with Napoli paired against Parma on match day 1. Osimhen linked up with Napoli from Ligue 1 side Lille in July, and the 21-year-old scored 3 times and bagged 1 assist in Napoli's friendly win against the 4th division club La Aquila last week Friday. Ola Aina's Torino will be starting the season away to Fiorentina, while William Troost-Ekong and his Udinese teammate will be at home to newly promoted Spezia. Simi Nwankwo and his Croton teammate will start the new campaign away to Genoa on the 20th of September. Away from there, West Samuel Chukwueze was impressive for Villarreal as they beat fellow La Liga side Real Sociedad 2-0 in Wednesday's preseason friendly game played. And of course, it was Villarreal's 4th test game as they prepare for the new La Liga season. Away from that this morning, let's check out other sports and checking out the NBA this lovely morning where James Harden endured a miserable shooting performance but made a clutch Series 7 defensive play as the Houston Rockets held on for a 104-102 victory over Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 7 of their Western Conference First Round Playoff Series played last night. And in the early hours of today, Jimmy Butler made 2 free throws with no time remaining on the clock this morning, capping a wild finish that featured 2 controversial calls by the referee and giving the Miami Heat a second straight win over the Milwaukee Bucks 116-114 points in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Games continue later tonight in the NBA playoff series the bubble currently taking place in Orlando. Away from the NBA, let's straight to Flushing Meadows. Talking US Open this lovely morning as Britain's Kyle Edmund lost to US Open top seed Novak Djokovic, while compatriot Cameron Norrie advanced to the 3rd round of a Grand Slam for the first time. Edmund unexpectedly won the first set but ultimately struggled to keep up with the world number 1's intensity. The 33-year-old maintained the level that has helped him stay unbeaten in 2020 and won 6-7, 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. Norrie defeated Argentine Federico Correa 6-3, 6-4, 6-4 in the same competition. Djokovic is seeking his 18th Grand Slam title and will play German 28th seed Jan-Lennard Struff in the 3rd round of the US Open in the female category. Top seed Karolina Pliskova was knocked out of the US Open in the 2nd round with a heavy defeat by France's Caroline Garcia. Pliskova, runner-up in 2016, lost 6-1, 7-6 to the world number 50. All away from US Open this morning, let's head straight back to the world of football. I'm talking about transfer stories and a confirmed one from Old Trafford this morning as Manchester United has completed a major transfer. They've signed Donny van de Beek from Ajax Amsterdam on a 5-year deal for a fee rising to £39 million. The midfielder moves to Old Trafford for a fee of €39 million plus another €5 million in add-ons and has signed a contract until June 2025 after completing medical at the club on Monday. Well, away from that, Scott Parker has signed a new contract at Fulham as Fulham head coach, keeping him at Craven Cottage until 2023. Parker led Fulham to Premier League promotion last season as the West London club defeated Brentford in the Championship playoff finals. And talking about Lionel Messi, I can confirm to you this morning that Lionel Messi's father and agent, Jorge has met with Barcelona president Josep Maria Bartomeu to discuss the future of the Argentine forward, 33-year-old Lionel Messi, to Spanish club. The Spanish club until last Tuesday that he wants to end his 20-year association with the club this summer. Well, according to Spanish football journalist Guillem Balag, it says that there was no resolution on Wednesday, that's yesterday, and expects more talks to take place. Barcelona still insists that they want to keep Lionel Andres Messi, but of course we all know Messi stands. Messi wants to leave Nou Camp this summer. Of course, we'll continue to bring you updates as far as that one is concerned. Moving straight to France, where Neymar is among the 3 PSG players to test positive for COVID-19, but says that he feels very good. PSG have not confirmed the identity of the 3 players, and the squad will continue to be tested regularly over the next few days. The PSG's delayed League One season is scheduled to begin on the 10th of September. And of course, we understand that Neymar is part of those who actually got tested and of course came back positive of COVID-19. We wish him and every other players a quick recovery. All right, going to this news that will interest many lovers of women's football this morning. Brazil's women's national team players will be paid the same as male players for representing their country. That's according to Brazil's Football Association. Well, all players will be granted the same daily and prize amount for taking part in preparations, periods, and games. That's according to the president of the federation, Rogério Caboclo. Well, since March of this year, CBF, that's the Federation Brazilian Football Association, has made an equal value in terms of prizes and daily rates between men's and women's football. The president says that it also applies to performances at international tournaments such as World Cup and Olympics. Well, Australia, Norway, and New Zealand are among the nations to previously decide to pay their men and women internationals the same amount. Brazil's women's team have not played since March, when many competitions around the world were postponed because of the outbreak of COVID-19. And back to Europe this morning, where there will be European UEFA Nations League games later tonight. You want to catch up with all of those games as Germany will take on Spain, Bulgaria will slug out with Republic of Ireland, Latvia will take on Andorra, Moldova will take on Kosovo, Slovenia versus Greece, Faroe Island versus Malta, Ukraine will slug out with Switzerland, Russia will take on Serbia, Turkey versus Hungary, Finland will slug out with Wales. Those games will surely be played behind closed doors across Europe tonight. All right, let's end the show this morning with a couple of transfer gossips. Just like I mentioned earlier, Lionel Messi's father and agent Jorge met with Bartomeu, who said that the club will not negotiate for the sale of the Argentine forward. The first meeting since Messi's transfer request ended with no agreement, with Barcelona saying that the offer of a new 2-year deal still remains on the table for Lionel Andres Messi. And Messi's transfer fee to leave Barcelona could be as little as 100 million euros. That's according to the Telegraph this morning. All right, so we also hear that Manchester United have been invited to negotiate with Bayern Munich for Spain midfielder Thiago Alcantara. Also at Barcelona this morning, new boss Ronald Koeman says he wants the club to do whatever it takes to land Liverpool and Netherlands midfielder Giorgio Wijnaldum, who is 29 years old. While Aston Villa face competition from Newcastle for Bournemouth and England striker Callum Wilson. We also understand that Paris Saint-Germain have turned down the chance to sign 21-year-old French midfielder Matteo Guendouzi from Arsenal Football Club. Well, that'll be all on Sports Beats this lovely morning. Big thanks to everyone who's been part of today's production, and bigger thanks to you for listening. The show returns tomorrow morning, God willing, 7:30 a.m. Till then, do have a lovely day and stay safe.
Ìjẹ́ ti gbọ́ wípé àfikún ti dé bá àwọn àkókò tá